Hey folks, welcome back to our final fourth video, which relates to TAE PD week back in December 2024. I'm answering some questions that we didn't get to on the day, and this is the fourth and final most popular question that relates to difficult students. If you've watched the series, you would know that already. And the fourth most popular question was as follows: Gen Z slouch and lack eye contact. Despite this, they're able to answer questions, paying attention. So it appears they're paying attention by the look of that comment there. Any thoughts on not misreading this or better reading this group? And when they say this group, I assume this generational group, that is Gen Z. Well, this is a reading body language question, isn't it? And there's lots and lots of stuff out there. Let me recommend you one book from the fantastic Joe Navarro, and that is one of his first books. It's not the first, I think it's his second book. Fantastic book. It's somewhere behind me there. You might be able to spot it. It's called What Everybody is Saying. I'll say it again, What Everybody is Saying. Yes, it's a kind of play on words. This is a very, very good book to get a handle on, just to improve your understanding of body language and how to read it. Specifically relating to the question that this person has asked and that's got upvoted a few times. Folks, we don't want to read too much into people's body language. While it can be useful, I want to moderate that comment. While it can be useful to read the room and read people's body language, it's not always an indicator. Just because we see someone looking at their phone doesn't mean that they're necessarily disengaged. And what we're looking for is multiple data points, to quote or to reference Chase Hughes, who also does some great work in this space. We're looking for multiple data points, things that would indicate, okay, this person really is distracted. They might be looking at their phone, looking at their watch, looking at the door. They might be a little bit disrupted, etc. Now, those are multiple data points which indicate somebody is distracted and not paying attention. But look, if they're answering the questions, they're understanding what you're putting out there, whether that's answering the questions or completing the quizzes or engaging with the content when they need to, for me, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If I see someone in my training session with their arms closed like this, that's not necessarily an indicator that they're closed off. That people often think, oh, well, Tony's closed off now. Well, not necessarily. They could just be cold, or that could be a sort of default position that they use, a rather unhelpful one if it's a default position, but that might just be a default position they use. Now, so what I'm looking for is multiple data points that might indicate that. But at the end of the day, if they're answering the questions that you want them to answer, they appear to be comprehending, for me, it's not something I would spend a great deal of time on. It might be more, hurting my ego. Oh, this person's looking at their phone, as opposed to having any material impact on their learning. I hope that's of help for you. If you asked that question, and if you upvoted it, maybe it's of some use to you as well. Until next time, I'm going to say bye for now. That brings us to the end of all 4 videos. We'll see you in another video. Bye for now.